What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Sit Down Saturday, where I don't answer comments, but always read them. Today we're going to do something that many people have asked me to start doing for years. Literally years. And the way that I think I'm going to approach it is the way that we do today, which is to give a little information before each one. So one of the kind of identity aspects of my channel is the skits in the videos. And some people love it, some people hate it. I see it, you know, the feedback everywhere. It seems like most people dig it. I really enjoy them, but, you know, they're kind of a pain to shoot sometimes and think of, you know, new ideas almost every day. But I like a good challenge too, so it's all good. But it seems like a lot of people enjoy them, and then some people don't, and they write nasty stuff on forums and so forth, and then say relatively nasty things about my family, which, one, I'm not off, and two, grow up and have a little respect. Talking about me is one thing, talking about my wife and kids is something else. I doubt you want those sort of problems. I bet you my oldest daughter would beat you in an arm wrestling contest. I mean, she broke her arm when she was 4. But anyway, no more negativity. So a lot of people have asked for like a greatest hits kind of skit. So I went through and I'm choosing my favorites. This is part one. It's so many, and this is part one of many to come if you guys enjoy this. So this is the first skit I ever did, and I want to give you the background information on it. I do have a 9 to 5, and the guys at my 9 to 5 found out about my YouTube channel very early on. Not that I was keeping it a secret, but word just started spreading. And the guys were making fun of how fat my fingers look on camera, like my buddies at work. So I wanted to acknowledge that I knew they were watching. So I made that skit, and then people started talking about that skit, and then before you knew it, everybody that I knew was talking about just the skit. So I figured if that gets people talking, then I'll continue to do them. I was just gonna do them here and there. My childhood best friend Adam said, dude, you gotta do one for every video. And that's what made it a thing. So without any further ado, here's the first skit ever.
And he's pretty cool. Yeah, my fingers are, hold on a second. So doing the review yesterday, I was like, yeah, night my fingers are fat. It's like, it seems like it belongs on like one of these. But anyway.
Another nice thing about these skits is that it kind of marks in time my children growing up, which I didn't even really think about when I started doing it, but I'm really appreciative of it now. So my second daughter, Selena, named after Catwoman, this is the first skit that she was ever in, and she's like just a baby. I was looking at it and I was like, oh my god, look how fat you are. She's a cute baby. But it's cool to see them kind of grow up. And this is back in the beginning where I really wanted to make my wife like this, like character-wise for the channel, like this super sexy, like aloof, elusive woman, you know, that allowed this man-child to kind of pretty much live in her basement. Like that was pretty much going to be the concept of her. And then over time, it wasn't logistically possible to continue that. But when I was looking at it, I was like, whew, got yourself a bad one, boy.
As you know, I can't show you footage of me playing it, but I can show you some of the recent tournament I've had where I'm playing 3 different people. So let's get into that.
Yeah! Yeah! Champion! You're looking at a champion! Yeah, you better run! Chew on that! Chew on that! Tell a friend! Go tell a friend to challenge me! Champion! What? Seriously? You think you're a challenge? You're terrible. You're terrible at this game. Whatever. I wasn't trying. You think you could beat me if I was trying? If I was actually trying? I'm way better at video games than you are. Way better. Stupid game. And speaking of her, she kind of evolved into this like mother character almost, more so than like a wife, and we don't really have that type of relationship in real life. I mean, she breaks my balls about stuff, like especially the stormtroopers, but you know, for the channel, and I think most people can relate to it, that's the way that we kind of win. So this is like kind of her first sort of step into that role. And what's funny is, to me anyway, is the brontosaurus in the background, like for no reason. Like that, when I was looking back through it, I couldn't stop laughing at it.
I was trying to get the shoulder joint to move, and it snapped right off. I actually have some footage of that when it happened in real time. Let's take a look at that.
Oh man, this is awesome. This is Awesome! It's broke. It's broken! Laura's broken! Laura, I need you to replace this. Do you have a receipt? Do you have a receipt for this? The arm popped off. Can you hear me down here? I say, can you hear me down here?
Yes, I hear you. Calm down. I'll take care of it. Stop acting like a child.
You're a child. So KFC. KFC has a long history on my channel with being the butt of jokes when it comes to skits. And I think this was the first one. And I think it's also the first time I used fine.
I'm not sure what I paid for this set, but I have footage of me finding out. Let's take a look at that.
Hey Laura, how much did this set cost?
$40?
Like American dollars?
Pretty sure.
$40. Should have my head examined. What am I thinking about? I have kids. I have a family. I got colleges, weddings. What a waste.
Why? Is it not good?
It's fine. This next one is the first time that I did a skit that people kind of really started talking about broadly. Like I would see it pop up in forums, I would see it on Facebook groups and stuff. It was the first time I think that people really started laughing, and the concept of it was this was a toy you would take if your house was set on fire. This was the toy you would grab to save, which I think most of us have thought about. So it's a funny concept, and this is back when I had a lot more time because I didn't do so much work on this channel. So I would do multiple different takes and versions of skits. So I kept in all of these like outtakes of different versions, and it's also the first time I really pissed my wife off with a skit. You know, she's pretty lenient, but she was smelled smoke in the house, and then I get up to save the toys instead of the kids and all that kind of stuff. And it was like different, dialogue and how that transpired. And the last one I did, she's like, I smell smoke. And I'm like, oh no, I run up. And she's like, what about the kids? And I said, no, that would smell more like pork. As if to say, it's not a big deal because it would be a different smell. The smoke smell that you're smelling is probably plastic. And I'm just freestyling this stuff off the top of my head. Like all of these like skit stuff, I'm just like, some of it is scripted, but most of it is just like, all right, you're gonna have this kind of attitude, I'm gonna have this kind of attitude, we'll just do it. But that one, she was like, that one's not okay. So here it is.
He is one of those figures where if there's a fire in your house, you gotta grab him on the way out.
Do you smell that?
Smell what?
It smells like plastic burning.
What?
What about the kids?
Every man for himself!
What about the kids?
The firefighters will get them.
What about the kids?
You can grab their toys if you want.
What about the kids?
There's no time.
What about the kids?
No, that'd probably smell more like pork.
Okay, that was probably too much. Too much?
This was the one for Smokescreen, and this is just another thing, like, I always try to have friends and stuff in the skits when I can, especially people that live far away that, like, come and visit. I'm like, man, let's get you in a skit so you can, like, be part of this sort of legacy of nonsense. And one of my dear friends who I grew up with, and then he later moved to New York, and then to Boston, and then Virginia, and then Florida, just one of those free spirits. I hate those type of people in general, by the way, probably because I'm jealous of them. But they just, they're just like, oh, you know what, I'm tired of living here. Let's everybody uproot and move. I'm not that way. But him and his wife were visiting, and his wife is a beautiful woman in every way. So I wanted to have her in a skit, and it's my wife and his wife kind of standing side by side.
I mean, it's the stuff that impresses people in your collection. Now, it won't work on chicks, so don't try that. That goes wrong.
What's up, ladies? Can I show you my collection?
This one I put in because I remember vividly doing this skit, and I wanted it to be like, one of those terrible moments where you have this like super regret. So I turned the shower on, I'm sitting in the tub, and like I just remember the water being freezing, my shirt and clothes being drenched, just to kind of get a laugh out of you. I'm always falling on the sword, you know what I mean? Or the sword, rather.
This was a poor buy. This was one of my biggest buyer's remorse situations. And I lied to myself about it. initially, and it was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, Greg? What's up, buddy? No, I was just giving you a shout. I got the iGear Yield or Bear to the right. Veer, yeah, Veer. You know, I gotta be honest with you, man. He's pretty good. I mean, I spent $40 on him, so you know, yeah. Why wouldn't I like him, right? Yeah, pretty good. You mean it's not supposed to be pink? Well, it's not really. It's more like a. It's more like a salmon. Yeah, no. You should get him. You should definitely get him. Why did I do that? Why did I lie to my friend? This isn't good. This isn't a good figure. Ugh. I feel so dirty. I'm a dirty liar. It's a terrible figure. So dirty.
Why are you? Why? Why must you make a liar out of me? The Kronos video is one of the like benchmark videos in my channel. Like it's one of the ones where like, you know, my viewership changed overnight. And the skit here, I knew it had to be good because I knew the video was going to have some legs. I was pretty fast with it, and I wasn't crazy about it. So I knew it was going to have some legs. So I needed the skit to be good. And people, when I see them at cons and stuff, like they still bring this skit up to me, which I really appreciate that.
It's just not enough. This is $165. Are you kidding me? Like, it feels like a punishment. You know, like it should be used as a threat.
Eat your salad.
I don't want salad.
Eat your salad, or I'm gonna make you keep Kronos. Your brother's birthday's coming up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, what do you want to get him?
I don't know. He never gets us anything. Let's get him a Kronos.
And then lastly, this was one of my favorite skits that people really didn't seem to take to at the time. But the concept is like just how difficult it seems to be making a masterpiece gears. You know, with the iGear one and then the SXS one, and truthfully with the Badcube one later on that isn't perfect either. So the concept was, you know, how are we able to achieve all of these things in life? You know, go to the moon, do a heart transplant, but we can't make a masterpiece gears. And like, I just thought this was so funny, just kind of conceptually at the time, and it didn't really work. But, you know, the best way to treat a joke that doesn't work, keep telling it until somebody laughs. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. I'm more of a masterpiece guy, and I just don't know why it's so hard for them to get a masterpiece gears to look right, or a gears that looks right scaled with masterpiece. Yeah, can I speak with a neurosurgeon, please? Yes, is this a neurosurgeon? Hey, how you doing? It's Skullface. Yeah, that's Skullface. Yep, the same. Yeah, no, how you doing? Oh, I like your work as well. Anyway, hey, you still, you know, performing surgery on brains? How's that working out? Good? Awesome. Nah, just doing a little research. I'll get back to you. Hey, could I speak with a rocket scientist? Hey, rocket scientist. Skullface. Yeah? No kidding. How is your sister? She was a pistol. She was a pistol, boy. Anyway, I got a question. You still like working on rockets and sending shit into outer space? No kidding. How's that working out? Good. No, I'm just doing a little research. I will. You tell her I said hello. Take care now. Yeah, could I speak to the CEO of SXS? Yeah, the CEO. Hey, how you doing? It's Skullface. Yep, Skullface. Hey, I got a question. Why the f*** can't you make a masterpiece gear?